Which wars began under President Obama? In 2011, protests broke out across Libya, calling for reforms and an end to Gaddafi's rule. NATO forces began bombing on behalf of rebels in Benghazi, whose leadership was largely made up of pro-Western businessmen. Gaddafi had nationalized the country's oil back in the 70s, so the US had been looking to oust him for decades. NATO bombings obliterated the country's infrastructure, civil war raged for years, and to this day, Libya is considered a failed state. In 2014, the US began bombing Syria after ISIS and Al-Qaeda affiliates took over much of the country. The CIA had armed these groups years earlier in order to weaken the Assad government, who had close ties with Iran and Russia. Despite sharing a common enemy, Obama continued sanctioning Assad-controlled Syria, leaving nearly 90% of the country in extreme poverty. In 2014, Yemen saw the US and Saudi-backed dictator overthrown and Houthi rebels taking over much of the country. Even though the Houthis were the main fighting force against Al-Qaeda in Yemen, the US helped Saudi Arabia bomb and blockade their territory, and by the end of Obama's presidency, 7 million people were on the verge of starvation. Obama also became the fourth consecutive president to bomb Iraq, and compared to President Bush, significantly increased the bombing of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Somalia.